part of me that you were there behind, and I would lose myself to you, and I was all night.
Streaming from your computer and all over the internet, this is all Andy Alfred on ClayFan 2-3. Now, your host, Andy Alfred. Brian Adams, you can't beat him. Turn it up. The Tigers take 2 of 3 out of the Twinkies. The home run parade begins in Cleveland. And the Mud Hens have the now worst record in the International League. And the NHL playoffs have begun. You know one thing is for certain. Oh, I love you guys. And welcome in to a new edition of All Andy Alfred right here on ClayFan 2-3. I am your host, Andy Alfred, welcoming you into the program here on this Wednesday, the post-game version, of course, of All Andy Alfred. Very pleasant good afternoon to you, and as we're taping this after the Tigers lost this afternoon to the Minnesota Twins 6-2 this afternoon. We'll break that game down for you in a little bit. Of course, we got the NHL playoffs, a little bit of the NBA also to get into, and, of course, the Mud Hens. But we'll get into baseball first. And the Tigers last night took on the Twins. Before we break down today's game, the Tigers took on the Twins yesterday. The hitting barrage began, and the Tigers picked up the win 6-1. The ace, Justin Verlander, gets the win. He goes to 3-2 with a solid ERA of a 1.83 ERA. Worley gets the loss. He goes now to 0-4. With a 7.22 ERA. Home run to the game. Miguel Cabrera, his fourth. Alex Avila, his third. Chris Fielder, his seventh. No home runs for the Twins in front of 31,748. Game time, 2 hours and 53 minutes. It was a great game last night. The hitting of Torrey Hunter just continues to impress me a lot so far this year. And it's going to be very interesting come towards the end of the season if this is going to be the team to watch out for. But of course, to this afternoon, the Tigers were a loser and lose the third game of the series before hitting now the road before they go to Houston, as they lost 6-2 today to the Minnesota Twins. Home runs for Parmalee, his second of the season. No home runs for the Tigers. The Tigers were hitless through five innings, and was getting close to a no-hitter, but the Tigers did lose today, 6-2. Like I said, Diamond gets the win. He goes a solid record right now. Gets the win. Anibal Sanchez gets the loss. He now goes to a record of, if I can pull it up right now for you guys. He gets the loss this afternoon here at Comerica Park, as the Tigers lost this afternoon. As a Diamond goes to 2-2 with a 3.97 ERA. Anibal Sanchez gets the loss. He goes to now a record of 3-2 with a 1.82 ERA. The Tigers are off. We'll now hit the road and go now to Houston. Go to Houston as they take on the Astros starting tomorrow night. We'll break down the pitching matchup for you tomorrow on All Andy Alfred. But the hitting barrage continues in Cleveland, as Roy Halladay gave up 2 home runs. The first time in his career he gave up 2 home runs in the first inning alone, as the Cleveland Indians destroyed the Philadelphia Phillies yesterday, 14-2. McAllister gets the win. He goes to 2-3 with a 3.30 ERA. Roy Halladay gets the loss. He goes down to 2-3 with a 6.75 ERA. Home runs. Get ready for this home run count for you. You had Carlos Santana. You had Mark Reynolds. You had Lonnie Chisenhall. You had Ryan Rayburn hit 2, of course. You had Michael Brantley hit a home run, too. And you had Drew Stubbs hitting a home run as well, too. Home runs for the Philadelphia Phillies was Young for Philadelphia, and Chase Utley, his 5th of the season as well, too. In front of 10,841. Game time, 2 hours and 34 minutes. Now, tonight, at Progressive Field, it will be the Indians concluding the quick 2-game series against the Philadelphia Phillies. It will be Trevor Bauer on the hill. He is 1-2 so far this season with a 6.06 ERA. His WHIP is a 1.65. He has 17 strikeouts. He'll take on Cleveland, who is 6-9 with a 3.16 ERA on a 1.11 WHIP. He has 207 strikeouts so far this season. The starting lineup for you will be Brantley, Kipnis, Asdrubal Cabrera, Mark Reynolds, Santana, Ryan Rayburn, Aviles, Gomez, and Stubbs rounding out for the Indians. For the Phillies today will be Jimmy Rollins, Michael Young, as I pick up my glasses here, Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, Young, Brown, Ruiz, Nix, and reserve for the Phillies. And some action. We had a lot of day games going on this afternoon in the world of baseball. Right now in the bottom of the third, it is now at top of the fourth. The A's winner leading right now 2-1 over the LA Angels. Some finals also at Busch Stadium. The Reds were a loser today, 4-2. Lynn gets the win for St. Louis. He goes to 5-0 with a 2.75 ERA. Homer Bailey gets the loss. He goes to 1-3 with a 3.36 ERA. Pittsburgh beat Milwaukee today 6-4 in that affair. And also the Mets were a winner over the Miami Marlins 7-6. Later on this evening will be the Cubs hosting the San Diego Padres. Tampa Bay is in Kansas City. That is Henderson versus Mendoza. Also in Arlington, the ballpark in Arlington, it will be Chris Sale 2-2 with a 4.09 taking on Tempsey, who is 2-1 with a 2.53 ERA. Well, the NHL playoffs has begun, and of course you can see I'm rocking the glasses right now. The NHL playoffs has begun, and it was a doozy of one last night, I'll say that, as I take my glasses off. The Minnesota Wild were a loser yesterday to the Chicago Blackhawks 2-1 in overtime. Brian Buckle gets the winner for Chicago in the first overtime. His first. Marian Hossa also has scored for the Hawks. Kyle Clutterbug for Minnesota, and Josh Harding gets the loss in that affair. Backstrom was going to be the starting goaltender, but he got injured during the warm-ups, so Josh Harding is now going to be your starter. Corey Crawford gets the win. Jonathan Quick pulled a Jimmy Howard yesterday as the LA Kings lost in overtime to the St. Louis Blues 2-1. Alexander Sneed gets the game winner in overtime, a shorthanded goal. His second of the playoffs already. Justin Williams for the LA Kings scored. And, of course, the Detroit Red Wings went down to the Anaheim Ducks 3-1 as Jimmy Howard gets the loss. Timo Solani and Francis Beauchemin gets the goal. Dan Cleary was the only goal scorer for the Detroit Red Wings in that affair. Now, tonight it will be the Eastern Conference taking a little bit of their stage. It will be Toronto on the road to take on Boston. That game is at 7 o'clock on CNBC, or on CBC, of course. On 7:30 on NBC Sports Network, it will be the New York Islanders taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the late game tonight will be the San Jose Sharks taking on the Vancouver Canucks, 10:30 on NBC Sports Network. Now, I got to pull out my glasses out here because I got to be looking intelligent, of course. Outdoor hockey returns to Chicago as the Blackhawks host the Pittsburgh Penguins on March the 1st at 8 p.m. at Soldier Field. It will be the event is a part of the 2014 Coors Light Stadium Series, in which the NHL plans to have a number of regular season outdoor facility games during the 2013-2014 season. I like this idea. However, we have it once a year. It's a tradition. Once a year. Stop breaking the traditions. One game a year outdoors. Now you're going to plan on having maybe 6 Come on, NHL. It's ridiculous. Put the All-Star game back in Columbus. That's what it should be. Batman, get off your ass. Let's go. NBA scores for you this evening. Yesterday, the Clippers were a loser, 103-93 over the Memphis Grizzlies. Denver beat the Golden State Warriors 107-100. Now tonight it will be the Boston Celtics on the road to play the New York Knicks. It is do or die for the Boston Celtics in that affair, as the Celtics are looking to continue the winning page right now. Also at 8 o'clock it will be the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Indiana Pacers, and at 9:30 it will be the Houston Rockets taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now the Mud Hens. Please, can we fire Phil Nevin? I'm sick of this. I'm already losing my hair. My hairline is receding. You see my hair going all the way. The Mud Hens were a loser, of course. Have not won a game since. I'm going to pull that up right now. Last time the Mud Hens won. It has to be when they were at home and they won in that extra inning affair against Columbus. Because the Mud Hens only have 7 wins this year. 7. Tuesday they took on Norfolk. They're off today, of course. They lost 7-3. Haskins gets the loss. Belfour gets the win for Norfolk. And you know, they're off today, and then they come home to play the second worst team in the International League, in the Charlotte Knights. Schwartz is 0-3 with a 4.55 ERA. The Mud Hens not yet deciding who they're going to throw out on the hill. It's just, oh my goodness. In the standings, the Mud Hens are 7-20, 13 games out. In their last 10, they're 2-8. Lost their last 5. Charlotte is 7-20 as well. They're 11.5 out. They're 2-8 in their last, and they've lost the last 6. So it's the toilet bowl coming to Fifth Third Field. If you look at the individual batting stat, it will be Jordan Letterton is just tearing the ball off for the Mud Hens. He's batting at .277. His on-base percentage is an .844. He has 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. Nick Castellano, the number 1 prospect for the Tigers, batting at .259. He's got 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. Worst is Kevin Russo, batting at .128. 4 RBIs, no home runs. His on-base is at .336. Looking at ERA now. Luke McCormick was called up from Toledo to play for Detroit. Bruce Rondon sent down to the minor leagues, and if you look at McCormick's standings, he's 1-0 with a 2.16 ERA. Casey Crosby's 1-4 with a 5.32 ERA. You got Dwayne Beal, who's 1-2 with a 2.10 ERA. The only guy that's honestly lights out right now is Jose Ortega, and he just got called up by the Tigers, and he was in the game today, and he was lights out in the 9th inning of baseball. Recommendations for you today: the Mud Hens are home next weekend. Go out, get tickets. May the 4th be with you, and the return to the 5th is this weekend as well too. We'll also have next week on our program. We're planning on having a member of the Pond Patrol and Swamp Squad. Lucas Sigerson will be here, and he'll be talking a little bit and promoting a little bit about the Mud Hens. And he's also an avid Philadelphia Philly fan, so we'll pick his brain about that a little bit, of course. And also, we'll also have Nick DeVera on the program, too. He'll be coming in. Special guest, Nick DeVera. He'll be coming into the program, and we'll talk baseball along with him, along with the NHL as well, too, since he is a fan of the Blackhawks as well. I would love to thank you for tuning in to All Andy Alfred this afternoon. We'll be back again tomorrow, previewing the Mud Hens, previewing the Tigers, actually, series. Also breaking down tonight's Indians game as well, too, and preview their series upcoming at home against Minnesota. But until then, I am Andy Alfred, and I hope you have a terrific rest of the evening. And as always, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together, and especially the teams behind me. Come on, Mud Hens, got to get a win on Thursday. And to the Tigers, And to the Blue Jackets, thank you so very much for a great season. I'm Andy Alfred. I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. And, like I said, behind me, the victory is sweetest when you have tasted defeat. Have a nice night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow for another edition of All Andy Alfred. Love you, Sarah.